Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. Field Marshal Syed Asim Munir has been awarded Saudi Arabia's highest national honour during his official visit to the kingdom. During the visit, the Chief of Defence Forces and Chief of Army Staff called on Saudi Minister of Defence, Prince Khalid bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. The King Abdulaziz Medal of Excellent Class was conferred upon Field Marshal Asim Munir. The award is Saudi Arabia's highest national honour and recognises his distinguished military service, leadership and central role in advancing defence cooperation, strategic coordination and institutional linkages between the two countries. Chief of Defence Forces, Field Marshal Asim Munir, says most TTP fighters infiltrating into Pakistan are Afghan nationals. Addressing an ulama conference, he said nearly 70% of TTP formations are made up of Afghans, as he questioned Kabul's denial of militant sanctuaries. The Field Marshal rejected extremist narratives and stressed that jihad can only be declared by the state. He also reaffirmed Pakistan's resolve to defend its people and sovereignty. The security forces have neutralized 9 Tehreek-e-Taliban terrorists in 2 intelligence-based operations in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. According to the ISPR, 4 Indian-sponsored militants were neutralized in Dera Ismail Khan and 5 in Bannu during separate firefights. Weapons were recovered while sanitization operations are continuing. The operations come amid a surge in militant attacks and growing concerns over cross-border terrorism linked to Afghan soil. Japan has taken the final step to allow the restart of the world's largest nuclear power plant as the region of Niigata voted to resume operations, a watershed moment in the country's return to nuclear energy nearly 15 years after the Fukushima disaster. Kashiwazaki Kariwa, located about 220 kilometers northwest of Tokyo, was among 54 reactors shut after the 2011 earthquake and tsunami crippled the Fukushima Daiichi plant in the worst nuclear disaster since Chernobyl. Kashiwazaki Kariwa will be the first operated by Tokyo Electric Power Company, which ran the doomed Fukushima plant. US President Donald Trump is preparing for a more aggressive immigration crackdown in 2026, with billions in new funding, including by raiding more workplaces, even as backlash builds ahead of next year's midterm elections. Trump has already surged immigration agents into major US cities, where they swept through neighborhoods and clashed with residents. While federal agents this year conducted some high-profile raids on businesses, they largely avoided raiding farms, factories, and other businesses that are economically important but known to employ immigrants without legal status. Israel's Security Cabinet has approved the recognition of 19 new settlements in the occupied West Bank, pushing ahead with its settlement expansion policy. Far-right Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich said the move was aimed at preventing the creation of a Palestinian state. The decision has drawn condemnation from Saudi Arabia and the United Nations, which says settlement expansion threatens the viability of a two-state solution and fuels rising violence in the territory. Russian President Vladimir Putin has hosted a summit of the Supreme Eurasian Economic Council in St. Petersburg. Leaders from Belarus, Armenia, Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan attended the meeting, along with the head of the Eurasian Economic Commission. The talks focused on cooperation within the Russian-led Eurasian Economic Union, where Moscow remains the dominant economic power. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.